guys, welcome to tonight's Big Brother 22 chat.
It's episode 8.
Oh.
Yes.
And we're really rocking and rolling.
I know. Last time Tyler won the HOH.
Normally I'd be so excited for this, but in my brain it was either Kayser or Janelle or no one.
Yeah. Well, Kayser and Janelle were kind of bummed out because they know they're in trouble. They're in trouble.
Yes.
David was excited because he's
close to Tyler.
Kind of close to Tyler.
No, they're close.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're close. So he's like, wow, I'm going to make it another week. Woo!
This is longer than I have ever been on this show.
Look at me go.
Yes.
No, I am excited for David.
I am excited. The Slick 6 Alliance. Say that quickly 6 times.
Dumb fake alliance, dumb fake alliance, dumb fake alliance.
All right, well.
So, Cody, Enzo, and Tyler were like, yo, we're going to make this alliance just so we can make
cover
sure.
Our asses.
Well, it was really also, too, to make sure that Day and Bailey were not going to go and align with Janelle and Kayser. So they're like, let's make another alliance with them and try and pull them in even more.
Yeah.
So it's Enzo, Cody, Tyler, Day, Bay, and Danny.
Isn't there another alliance of 6?
Yes.
And what's that called?
Memphis's group. I think they call themselves the Commission. I don't know. The name has changed a few times.
I thought the Nocturnal Emission was just Memphis and Cody.
No, that is... Oh, I'm sorry. The Committee is the big one.
Oh, okay.
The Commission is the Nocturnal Emissions.
Right.
Yeah. It's so hard to keep track of all this crap.
All right, well...
But yeah, this alliance is BS. The guys are just like, throw it on the pile. But Day and Bailey are like, ooh.
Stupid alliances, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of really dumb alliances going on here. Anyway, let's talk about the have-not exchange.
I like the way they're doing have-nots.
This makes me think of, like, the changing of the guard.
Yeah. Do you prefer this to the either competition or, like, actually having the show pick it for you? Do you think it's, like, a little tit for tat?
My number one choice would be food competitions.
Right.
But we're not going to get those. So I'll take this over just, like, the HOH picking.
Yeah.
Because this could have some drama.
Yes.
Right now, it's not too dramatic because, you know, they're still getting to people that haven't been have-nots yet. But once they start doing, like, repeats, it could get interesting. But there was a little bit of drama here.
Well, did David actually say out loud that he wanted to pick Memphis?
No.
Okay, so that was just, like, his little...
He was saying in the diary room...
inner voice.
Like, obviously, he wants to get Memphis back. He wants to not only make him a have-not, but he wants to put him up on the block. But he's not in power right now, so he can't do that yet.
So Enzo ended up volunteering when it was David's turn to pick somebody. Yeah. So that was very anticlimactic.
Well, the same thing happened. Kayser was like, any volunteers? And Cody was like, me. Because they haven't gone yet, so it made sense. Christmas and Bailey discussed it beforehand, so Christmas picked Bailey.
And then little Nicole, little whiny Nicole says what?
She says, I'm gonna pick someone that hasn't done it yet and keeps talking about me.
Whoa.
That's what she comes up... Okay, when I was hearing about this confrontation before, I was like, what did she say? Because we didn't get to see this on the feeds. And that's her big thing. And then after, what killed me was her face like...
Yeah.
Like she just did something big.
And then she's pretending that, I just blurted that out. Did you, though?
Well, because after it was all over, Janelle was like... Keep going, Nicole. Just keep going. Because Nicole was all like...
Yeah.
I loved when Janelle in the diary room...
I didn't plan it, Janelle.
Yeah, I love when in the diary room when Janelle was like, Nicole doesn't like confrontation.
But I do. Good. We want to see it. We're here for it.
Nicole is practically wearing a diaper this week in anticipation for the upcoming showdown.
I would pay money to see her crap herself on the show. Get my PayPal ready.
Oh my God.
All right, so Janelle doing Nicole in the diary room wasn't very good, but it was everything.
I heard her do it on the live feeds, and she had a pretty decent impression.
I don't know. She's all just like, whiny, whiny.
They didn't show when Janelle said to Nicole, whiny, whiny, whiny.
I wish they would have.
I know. But yeah, that was some excitement, right?
Yeah. I mean,
a little bit.
This week has been pretty bland.
Yeah.
So, I'll take this.
I don't want to see Nicole playing victim when she is the one who initiated this.
She did. She did. All right, so Janelle and Kayser. Has there ever been a better duo?
No.
There has not.
We'll get there. But anyway, they are hoping there's some way that they can still wiggle out of this predicament this week. So they're like, well, it's the last week for the safety suite, and Memphis is still eligible to play. Maybe he'll throw us a bone, win the competition, and save one of us.
So they go and talk to Memphis, and all Janelle has to do is look at Memphis and his not looking at her.
Well, she's like, hey, Memphis, would you use it on one of us if you win? He's all like, yeah, of course. Like, obviously he's lying. He can't even look in her eyes. He can't even look like here and pretend
She knows when people are lying.
Yeah, so that was some bull.
All right.
Memphis is trying to play the middle. He's trying to be good with both sides. So he's going to throw this competition. He doesn't want to have to show his cards.
Okay. Well, Enzo, we need a little Enzo right now.
We need a little comic relief.
We need a little Enzo right this very minute. All right, so Enzo loves the bidet.
There's been a lot of talk about the bidets this season.
La bidet. So he's practically speaking French out of his butthole right now. He sprayed himself too hot, and he had to run out of the bathroom with the spray still spraying.
Oh my God.
His little hiney got burnt. So when Cody ran into the bathroom to take a quick pee and sat down on the seat.
Was it a pee then?
Oh, I guess it was a poop.
I mean, maybe he pees sitting down. I don't know this about him, but...
I forgot about that. Sorry. I only do girl things.
Boys do different stuff.
I guess so. All right. So Cody's like incredulous, like, did you pee on the seat? The water was all over the floor. It was on the wall. You let it hit the door. And I can only imagine what Enzo's house looks like.
I don't know. 3 levels.
I guess his mom comes up and cleans up for him because...
Well, he doesn't have a bidet. This is a new experience for him.
Who the hell runs out of the room and leaves it a mess like that? Especially when you're living with other people. I could see, all right, so it's your house. But when you're living with other people, you should be on your best behavior.
It was, I have to admit, it was a fun little segment.
I loved it. All right, so...
Now we can talk about the beautiful friendship of Janelle and Kayser.
I absolutely...
Oh my God!
Adore the camaraderie.
Mm-hmm. The enduring friendship.
The closeness without being... the platonic friendship.
Yes.
How often do you see men and women being friends together when they're not sleeping together?
This
is
refreshing.
beautiful.
It's very
I love
nice.
it.
Yes.
All right, so...
I mean, we got to see some flashbacks.
We had some receipts.
I love that scene when they're playing chess. And it's like, do you think they just put like 2 normal people in this house with a bunch of freaks?
Yeah, I do.
So good. Oh my God. They've been through so much together. And it's just been a joy to watch them on the feeds. Even if one of them does go home this week, like... We're so blessed just to have had these last few weeks.
They are the sanity in the house. They are like the parents to this
They are the mom and dad of this season.
Group of freaks. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
It's been a joy.
Yes.
I never thought we would get to see these 2 play together again.
Imagine if instead of whiny, she hadn't opened her big mouth and Derek would have been on the show.
Ugh.
How good would it have been between Derek and Cody versus Janelle and Kayser? Because I feel like the show really dropped the ball here because you can put one pair in the house and then not have other pairs.
I mean, there are other pairs, but...
Not really, though.
Janelle and Kayser are like the freaking mother load, you know?
Yeah.
How could you not target that pair? I mean, I don't blame people for targeting them, but it's just exhausting to see, like, the whole house basically banned against them.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
It is annoying, and it's unfair, and it's not fun to watch.
No.
All right, so Tyler, Cody, and Christmas.
Little strategy talk up in the HOH room.
Hey, I was just gonna nominate Kayser and Janelle, says Tyler.
I'm bored.
Yeah. So Cody tells Tyler, hey, why don't you just play dumb? Go with my strategy.
Yeah, because, I mean, he's still going to talk to Kayser and Janelle. He knows that they've been saying, you know, Tyler, Cody, Nicole, and Danny are all working together, and others. So he's not happy about that, but he wants to see, like, what they have to say about it, and that's where we at.
All right, well, is there a Tyler, Cody, and Danny alliance?
I mean, as far as I know, the three of them are really close. I don't know if they've actually, like, solidified anything. I don't think they've named anything. Ooh. But they are working, like, close-ish together. Tyler does not trust Danny, though.
No.
He does not.
Well, Danny overheard, just like, who was it that overheard last season?
Oh, Christy and Cliff.
Did she hold her boobs and run back to the HOH room?
This was a little bit misleading because this conversation that she overheard, this was Janelle and Kayser trying to rally the votes on Wednesday night for you, Nicole, to stay. But a couple of people from that meeting did go back and tell the big group about it. And Christmas was also in that meeting as well as Kevin.
Right.
So it was like mad people in there.
They kind of manipulated this
They did,
to make
a little
it seem
bit.
like it was something
To
that
make
it
it
was
seem
not.
shadier than it actually was.
Yeah.
Because, again, they did report back to that group.
You think they were too lazy to go back and get actual receipts, so they just said, hey, let's just use this one.
Well, I mean, Danny was using it,
It's on
too,
my
to be like,
desktop.
oh, they're talking to Janelle and Kayser. Look
Yeah.
at that. Danny has really been throwing them under the bus a lot,
Yeah.
especially Day.
Yeah.
So anyway,
All
then
right.
it was time to get ready for the safety suite.
All right, so Day, in all of her seasons that she's been on already, has never had a costume, and she just wants to have a costume.
So she's going around to everybody who's going to be playing. So Nicole, Memphis, Enzo, Danny, they're all going to be playing. They're still eligible. Tyler also still had his pass, but he's the HOH this
Right,
week,
he's
so
not.
he
He
can't
can't
play.
do it.
But Day is going around asking people, like, if you win, could I be your +1? Because I want to wear a costume. I want the punishment.
Right.
And they're all looking at her like, why
Don't you
are
feel
you
safe?
Yeah, why are you scrambling so much to be safe? And Danny is really pushing that with people and being like, isn't that super sketchy that she's like asking everyone?
Who would want a costume?
That's interesting, though, that she really is saying, like, even in the diary room, that she just wants this costume.
Mm-hmm.
She is in danger now because of that.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
All right, so like you said, Nicole, Memphis, Enzo, and Danny were playing, and this is the much not really anticipated laser safety
I like
suite.
a good laser competition. I
mean,
think it's
they
fun.
teased it at the end of the last show. They were like, we've even got lasers.
Whenever I think of Big Brother and lasers, I think of that OTT competition over the top when
Where
they
they
had
had
the
to
mirrors.
halt it?
Yeah, and they had to redo it.
Yeah.
Like, that was wild.
That was great.
That was a pivotal competition.
That was very pivotal because
Shelby and Jason.
Shelby ended up winning, and it didn't look like she was going to win. And if she hadn't won, she was going to be going home.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Did she win? I don't even remember, but
Yeah,
it was
she won it.
crazy.
All
So,
right,
yeah.
so you have to get across this.
Laser field.
Yeah,
It's very Mission Impossible.
it looked like a trailer garage with some cheap furniture in it.
Well, it was the safety suite.
I know
Excuse me, this is a VIP lounge.
that was not
I've
a
never
VIP
been in a
lounge.
VIP lounge before. I'm calling bullshit on that.
Yeah, me too.
'Cause I've seen her in person in a VIP closed off area.
Okay, so you had to go across the safety suite and steal the safety sphere
Yes,
Which was
from a
in-
vault.
from a vault that was unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you hit one of the laser beams, the whole thing shuts down like,
You gotta run over to the corner, hit the buzzer, and go again.
right. Which makes no sense to me because if it was like freaking Mission Impossible, they would not shut down the lasers.
Well, this is Big Brother.
And then you turn them back on yourself.
Okay, they're trying to steal a freaking squishy ball, okay? It's a giant Nerf ball. They're not, like, going for cash or anything.
All right, I don't think this competition was very well thought out, but...
I think it was fine. I think you're being a little bit dramatic here.
Nicole got a long edit, which was totally accurate, because it took her freaking forever.
She sucked, man.
Memphis had to lift his wiener out of the way so it wouldn't get...
I just couldn't get over the wiener tuck.
It would not set off the laser.
Well, don't want to trip up that laser. But yeah, he, like we said, he is not trying to win this competition, so he freaking sat down in the middle of the competition.
And
like,
I'm
just going to be here for 5 minutes.
Had less than Nicole. Still had less than Nicole.
What the freak?
Enzo, he kind of meowed around like a cat. Butch
Yeah.
Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
He's really enjoying that. He's been saying that a lot lately. I think it's going over some of these younger players' heads though, because they're just like, "You're so crazy." What?
Hey, you didn't see my season? No.
Or like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid? Guess not.
Who's that?
Yeah, all right. Danny.
Whatever, who cares? All right, so then Enzo won in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Like we said, Nicole was the longest for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So Enzo chooses Christmas for his plus one.
So Christmas was pretty surprised. Cut to Day, who's like, she was pissed.
Yeah. But then later on, Enzo and Tyler had a chat, and they were like, "What
Did
the
you see
F
how pissed Day was?
is up with Day?"
So now they're like, we can't trust her. Why is she being so sketchy?
She's in trouble.
She is in trouble now. So then, okay, it was time for Kayser and Janelle to have their one-on-one chats with Tyler.
Okay, Kayser went first. And that was a nice chat.
It was. I mean, they talked about how they did want to work together early on, but things just didn't work out because Kayser thought that Tyler and Cody were working together because they are. But then there was also this narrative that a lot of people have been pushing with Kayser and Janelle, like, oh, you weren't a target, like you weren't actually in danger until you decided to save each other with the safety suite.
What? Come on.
So, okay, to be fair, Tyler personally may not have been targeting Kayser and Janelle, but Cody was, and he was the HOH that week, so do the math.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kayser owned up to like, yeah, I did like say that you were in a bunch of alliances. Again, he is, but he's like, yeah, I did that, so it is what it is.
Tyler, Knight of 1,000 Alliances.
Yeah.
I mean, really, literally.
Yeah. So then Janelle also talked to Tyler. We didn't get to see this one on the feeds. I guess it was when they had the feeds down for the safety suite comp.
I'm freaking Janelle.
Yeah.
Come on.
So her pitch was basically like, I'm a huge target. I could be a meat shield for you. It was a classic meat shield.
Right. Strategy.
Like, we're both big targets here. Do you really want to be the only big target here?
Don't backdoor me. Give me a chance, you know. So, you know, it's going in one ear and out the other. And I'm sure she knows it. She can pick up on that.
All right.
So it's time for the noms. And Kayser and Janelle. Kayser and Janelle, because
Janelle said, oh, what a nice photo.
That was so amazing.
Was
Who is more funny than Janelle this season?
They're both.
No one.
They're so great together.
Don't break up the
Stop
team.
trying to break them up.
All right, so Tyler said, you're spreading nonsense about my game around the house. Your game is nonsense. You're in an alliance with everyone, except for Janelle and Kayser.
No.
So I don't know how this is going to turn out. I mean, once Janelle and Kayser are split up, who's going to be the next big target?
I know who.
So do I. But if you really want to find out, maybe you should watch for spoilers.
You probably should, yeah.
If you're not.
But that's where we're at.
That's where I found out.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching.
We appreciate you. Don't you know it?
Yeah. Let us know what you think.
And watch the Puppet Show. Let us know what you think about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand why people aren't watching the Puppet Show.
There's so much fun. You guys really should check it out.
If you haven't seen a Puppet Show, please do me a favor. Check it out. It's not just a bunch of old Barbies. Okay?
We got some new ones in the mix, too.
Yes. And some others.
All right. So thank you again so much for watching. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And yeah, we'll see you next time. So until then.